to you, Alys. Look, it's going to be a lot of work for the Prime Minister to shore up an unsteady party at conference. Will she be able to draw a line under all this unsteadiness with this U-turn, or are there more problems coming down the line?
I've got to say the mood here at conference is not positive. Nobody I've spoke to while here thinks that this is going well. The party has clearly become ungovernable. They've forced this U-turn, and it's very difficult to see how she turns this around. This is going to be a make or break speech for her.
I mean, it's fascinating to say that the party's become ungovernable. I mean, do you really think it's got that bad?
Well, I think it's clear that she plainly did not have the votes to get through the 45p tax cut. She's clearly been forced to U-turn on that. And if, a party with an 80-seat majority is forced into U-turns of that scale, it's not looking good.
What do you think, in your opinion, is driving the agenda? Because we're hearing that the Prime Minister this morning during an interview has said a decision hasn't yet been made on benefits, which is a slight climb down when before she was sort of avoiding answering that question specifically. But we know that this is something that Michael Gove spoke about at the weekend. We know that Michael Gove indicated, or at least signalled, that he wouldn't be able to vote in favour of the 45p tax rate cut. So do you think it is the Sunak grandees who are now driving the Truss agenda at the moment?
I'm not sure if it's as coordinated as that. I don't know. But I certainly think that many Tories who have a sort of conscience are going to think it's a terrible look to be freezing benefits at the same time as cutting taxes for wealthier people. I think it's unfortunate that so much attention has been focused on things like the 45p tax rate, when actually raising the threshold for the lower rate of income tax is a much bigger commitment and does help people with lower incomes who are struggling. I think it's going to be difficult to be looking at things like freezing benefits and freezing public sector pay at a time like this when so many people are really struggling.
Yeah, I mean, that's the big issue. It's about addressing that immediate need, isn't it? Which, I mean, is being done to some extent, but perhaps not as much as we were previously led to believe.
What do you mean? So help for the poorest people? It seems like that's not.
Well, yeah, absolutely, and with the the energy price bill and all the rest of it, which actually does make a significant difference, but perhaps people were expecting more.
I think this is what's frustrating so many Tories here at conference, is that, as you say, the energy price freeze is an absolutely massive commitment. It's, 200 billion? But they seem to not be getting the credit for what they are doing to help people who are struggling, because so much energy is being taken up by how this whole package has been presented.